what needed to be released out of here so that I can do what I need to do effectively without having other people's energy on me. Alright, so I already poured from the Santa Muerte Day of the Dead deck. Y'all know that's my favorite. Like, that's my thing right now. Santa Muerte has really been calling to me along with other deities, but this one right here, this one been calling to me real heavy. But the card that I got from that deck was the Knight of Pentacles. And of course, it is Get Money Thursday. It is a money message. So we're going to use this deck for money messages. We got the Knight of Pentacles. The bag is already secured. Okay? It's already secured. All you have to do is apply it. Alright? So that means just do the work. It's already yours. Shall whoever that is for receive that. But we about to hop in with the cards to see what we're gonna discuss today. I know the energy collectively has been the same all the way across the board, but you know, since we are going through the same thing, well, somewhat of the same thing, some of y'all have to be told what to do over and over again. And unfortunately, I may have to repeat myself, but it's all good because I'm the messenger. Spirit, what messages do you have, if any, for the collective today on the topic? Oh, see, there we go. Oh, hold up. It's like let loose. And it's burping into Toulouse Street in New Orleans. That's funny. Anything else, Spirit? All right, thank you. All right, so the energy that I'm getting is a lot of you guys have been in some real heavy energy this past week. It's been to the point to where you probably just been feeling like you've been moving in slow motion. You tired. All you want to do is just rest, or you know what I'm saying. You really don't want to do nothing. You really just want to lounge around, feeling exhausted and things like that. For a lot of you guys, that energy does not belong to you. Unfortunately, that's some past energy along with some other energies that you are around. So you might want to cleanse your space, your workspace, your car, and your home space. That's what I just got, your workspace, your car, and your home place, because evidently a lot of these energies that you're carrying and what you're feeling right now is coming with you. So you must think about this a lot while you at work. But it is time to let loose. You need a break. Go ahead and clap them cheeks one time, even if you gotta do it at home by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Turn some music on, and you know, do your thing in your living room or in your room with your wine or whatever it is that you drink. You know, to release some of that energy. A lot of y'all have really been following instructions from Spirit and being obedient. This is for the ones that have been told to sit that ass down. That means no popping it for a real nigga. That means little sex action. For y'all been doing real good, being obedient. Hold tight. I know a lot of you guys. I'm gonna say the gods, because really, God's really working with their sex magic. But y'all ain't ready for that topic though. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, y'all gonna get some relief real soon. Just continue to be patient. This is a test of your patience right now. But y'all need to let loose. There's other ways to let loose without depending on the things that you are codependent on. So go ahead and do your thug dizzle. You're not by yourself. You're just without company right now, if that makes sense. But you are never alone. Especially, you know, when you're connected with your team. So we're gonna hop in with the tarot to see what the message for today gonna be. I have a special guest with me this evening. And you know, it's Get Money Thursday, and the only way to really get to your money is if you heal. You gotta heal. You can't have no type of trauma associated, baby. There we go with this topic. I'm gonna have to take me a speech class so I can pronounce these words properly for all of you guys out there in TV land that has a problem with the way that I speak. I'm just playing. Fuck y'all. I'm just kidding. But am I? Thank you. Alright, we got the Daughter of Cups. I felt that energy for myself. a couple of days ago. Anything else? Anything else? I don't want to talk to y'all this time. I'm gonna go one more time. Okay. Jeez. Y'all ain't got to do me like that. You know, I'm not feeling that energy in reverse. Yes, I am. I lied. Alright. So look here. With this Daughter of Cups energy, we have unexpected blessings. This is really you getting back the energy that you put out. So all of the good times that you paid it forward, you know what I'm saying, with your intentions in the right place, or you did something for somebody else with your intentions in the right place, you're really just getting this karma back. Just like you were that unexpected blessing to that person at that time, you're gonna be the person to receive an unexpected blessing, you know. And you know, whoever this is for, they do a lot of that. So just be receptive and receive what you getting. We know that you the type that don't really you don't really get gifts, and you're not really used to people buying and giving you things. So you're gonna have to let that wall down to be able to receive this stuff, because a lot of this is attached to your abundance. So and you about to come into a state of just constantly receiving. It's gonna be to the point where it's overwhelming, you know what I'm saying, emotionally, but you show a lot of love, so you get that in return. And now it's just time for you to receive that love that you've been giving out. Man, it takes a lot of work to get to that point, you know what I'm saying, when you can finally start receiving the things that you get back, because you have a lot of trauma that you are stuck with that you have to heal. And it seems like the stuff that we have to heal the hardest, I'm gonna say the hardest, it affects us financially, but it's attached to our heart. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's always that one person that broke your heart or caused you some kind of heart pain, no matter who it is. You know what I'm saying? And they can always take you back to that energy to where you wanted to run them over with your car or pistol whip them while they was asleep. You know what I'm saying? And you can't be in that energy. So when you be in that chaotic energy and you think shit like that, you block your finances. So that means sometimes you experience some shit going on where you know you paid a bill, but they say the bill wasn't paid and it's late, and you end up double paying. So that's a deduction from your account. You get a flat tire or something like that, that's a deduction from your account. Or some shit just interfered with your feng shui of the week. And it just makes you have to spend money unnecessarily. So you have to be cautious of the energy and shit that you put out there, because a lot of that shit affects your finances, and y'all wondering why y'all keep getting deductions from your accounts instead of increases is the energy that you put out. So y'all have to learn to control those emotions and heal that shit, so the past won't interfere with your coins in your present and your future. I'm not sure who that was for, but shall you receive that with your little crazy self. What my shirt say? What, bro? What does my shirt say? Y'all crazy, cause y'all crazy for real. Next, we got the Strength card. With this energy, I'm feeling this is more on the emotional strength, because you are really leaning towards doing something that's out of your character and out of the norm. I'm getting moving. I'm getting making an investment into yourself. So I'm getting starting a new business or something like that. Starting something that's gonna bring you money. So you know what I'm saying? You don't have to work hard for your coin. Your coin works for you. It's gonna be a lot of emotional strength. It's a tug of war right now. It's like a part of you ready to go, but you have this one piece of you that you still trying to talk yourself out of it. It's like you still concerned about what somebody may think or what somebody may say, versus what it is that you really want to do. So it's going to take mental and emotional strength until you decide to stop fighting yourself and choose yourself. So with that being said, if this is what you really want to do, and you know that there's absolutely nothing left for you on this other hand, then why wouldn't you choose a new beginning? You know what I'm saying? A lot of us are closing out a lot of chapters, and they are experiencing a lot of new beginnings. So your new beginnings, with that, why don't you want to call in good new beginnings, or positive good beginnings? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we start off rough. You know, with a new level, you know, we still have some of the old habits and old things that we hold on to, old thought patterns, you know, that we still, that don't crept over with us. Because, you know, when you go through the death and reincarnation and rebirth, man, it's like a lot of the stuff was removed before you came back this time, but it was still the key things that you needed to work through that were left. And so we experiencing that right now as we go through this, and we still have to work through that until we complete that completely. Complete that completely, baby. Look here, we gonna get this together today. It's a lot. It's a lot going on, but I'm gonna just make a suggestion. You know what it feel like to choose other people, so choose yourself. Choose yourself. All right, we got this Hermit card in reverse. It's time for y'all to step out, like that card said with the Oracle deck. Y'all need to let loose, have some fun, turn up. The person that you could be looking for to partner up with, or just to hang with, companionship, could be out here in the world waiting, and you will never know because you sitting at home on your couch with your snuggie on, watching reruns of Sister, 101, and whatever else they don't put on Netflix. I'm rewatching Vampire. I'm rewatching Vampire Diaries because I know I've been sitting in the house. If it ain't going to work, if I ain't going to get my bread, it don't need my attention. Because look here, I don't like putting on no mask, and I hate going to the places that require me to have a mask. So I stay at home in my residence. Let me stop saying my home. In my residence, where I don't have to wear my freaking mask. But it's time for you to network. It's time for you to get out there, step outside that social circle that you have been in for the past however many so years, and meet new people. You know, you never know. You could be talking to that person that can be your $1 million investor for that company or that thing or that idea that you want to go ahead and launch. You never know. A lot of y'all blessings just out there waiting for y'all to go receive them, but you can't because you in the house, in your feelings, and shit, crying. All right, and the last one we got is the Three of Swords. Here we go with this snake energy. But this is actually about making a decision that's going to hurt some people's feelings, but you have to do what you got to do for you. This is somebody that is experiencing that test, ending this cycle. This is like, you would never say the victory lap. Like, this is the literally the last lap of this marathon that you have to run. And you're closing out this chapter, and you're trying to decide. First of all, you already know you can't take them where you're going. Okay? You already know that. And you're steady trying to find a position for them to be able to fit in so they can come anyway. So it's like you being hard-headed. And because you chose to be hard-headed, this ending of this cycle have to be harder than what it was supposed to be, what than it initially was supposed to be, because you kept choosing to make the decision that you know that wasn't for you, and you did this intentionally. So now, because you intentionally did that, you have to bear the consequences of your choices. And unfortunately, this is a hard lesson to the heart. So, with that being said, again, I keep getting choose you. No matter what you may feel, no matter what you may be experiencing, no matter how much you love them, oh, that's my heart, that's my baby, that's my boo. It don't matter, you know. It can be your mama, it can be your daddy, it can be anybody here. When it's time for you to let someone go, you have to let them go. You have to. And when it comes to you choosing between somebody else and yourself, you have to understand. You know what? This is where that emotional strain coming from, because you never chose yourself. And so now you're being put in a position to where you have no choice, no matter who the opponent is. You have no choice but to choose yourself. And however that relationship, you know what I'm saying, may end, then that's just what it is. But you have to be able to accept that. So today we're going to be talking about moving forward and letting go when it's time to let go. We're going to come back with my guest after this, because we just going to dive like right into it, because it's like super deep. So we about to head to a commercial break and whatnot, pay these bills, and we'll be right back. So y'all come back. No, under the camera. Welcome back, y'all. As you can see, my little dapper guest over here, you know, Nikita Bowman is back again.
Hey.
So, what's been going on with your mama?
Ooh, talked about abundance, overflow.
Okay.
Last weekend I got invited. Well, actually, I entered a raffle and like won this portrait, and so I spent the week like spending time with me, trying to figure out what kind of looks I wanted to have, and so I had this white ball gown, and then this outfit or one similar to this, and I was like, I don't know. And thankfully, Ancestors showed up, and I got to take a picture in all of my outfits, and so I got to see myself on this huge screen.
That's dope.
And as much as I had this vision of how beautiful I was going to be in this white gown, I could pass it down to my kids with this, what do they call it, heirloom picture. I decided to wear one of these types of outfits. And I felt like this was a part of my legacy. So when my grandkids and my great-grandkids see this picture, they're going to be like, ooh, grandma was a rebel, you know? Like, she didn't care what people thought of her, and she just embraced whatever it was that she wanted. And I knew how important it was to me, but it really hit home how important it was for my tribe. So the people that I serve in the community, I said, yeah, this is me coming out and me facilitating other people coming out, not necessarily just LGBT, but breaking out their shell, breaking out their trauma, breaking out these past cycles that we're in. Like, that's my tribe. That's who I'm working at. And so then I signed on to another photo shoot later on, so I got to let loose a little bit. And we went out to the beach, Galveston Beach, at a beach house. And I got the opportunity to just like stand out in front of the camera, in front of the water, and just connect with myself, and saw so many different sides of myself. Like, just because I'm not a selfie person, so I was like, okay, hold on, I like this, and I got to let loose, and that's just kind of set forth this whole week of just do it. Just it's for you. Just get it, you know. And so I got an offer on the house that I'm trying to buy, and I'm about to pick up keys from my new office for the nonprofit. And I'm just like bam, 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 bam. And so when I hit a road bump, like today, I'm like, it ain't nothing, you know, like what am I supposed to learn from this? So
right, absolutely.
what is the best possible outcome for whatever I'm going through right now? And then you tell me, let go, let loose. You trying to keep people where you need to let them. I'm like, oh, she talking to me. Okay.
Man, you know what? I'm glad you was able to receive that message.
Yes, all of it. Every last
bit. What? See, that's why I do what I do, y'all. Yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you hit it.
But man, that is what's up. I know a lot of us have been experiencing like this dark cloud situation. Like you said, we hit that road bump. It's like we are experiencing Mercury retrograde. And in the beginning, it was like we weren't affected by it. So the only things that were really just being messed up was like electronics and stuff like that. But this week, the last week in October, y'all, for some of y'all, that energy hit y'all so hard and it was extremely heavy. Just heavy, heavy, heavy on y'all. And a lot of that energy didn't even belong to y'all. It was just one little small, tiny little thing that you had to work on, you know what I'm saying, to heal it, to get over it. But you hit the nail on the head when you said it was just a little speed bump, because that's exactly what it is. It's just a little distraction to see, okay, are we gonna fall back into this old pattern, or we're gonna go with this new pattern? And you know, when you make the right choice, follow your intuition and stuff, you always choose the right thing, and then there you go, boom, unlocking that abundance. You know, it's just coming left and right, left and right, left and right. So man, with this letting people go, how has that affected? Do you feel like, let me say this, do you feel like you letting people go and letting situations go and let things go, did that contribute to your instant abundance?
Yes. Yes. I keep preaching, like, the more you let go, the more free you are, the more freedom you have. And not only letting go of people, but the need for control. The need for control in the past and how people see you or how you see the past. Like, you can't control none of that. You learn from it, look at it, examine it. What do I need to learn? What do I need to learn so I don't have to do this again? Like you talked about, it didn't have to be so hard. Oh my gosh. I mean, the messages were there. You got it at the beginning, and you were just like, well, let me test it. Let me work around it. Let me do this another way. Oh, but they were there. I know. Y'all were there. They were there.
Absolutely.
And then your present moment, you're trying to control the present moment, being in somebody else's head, trying to control that, kind of control the future. When you just start letting go, I'm like, what is for me? Girl, I've looked at over 40-something houses.
Dang.
This is my 4th offer. All these like the market is so beautiful, like everybody's just buying. I'm like, yes, the abundance is great, but can I get mine, please? But when I saw this house, girl, this is it, you know? And it's like that with your relationship, with your job, with your, like my office, I was like, this is perfect. It's got a little conference room. It's big enough. Like, what's for you is for you. You can't force nothing. You can't force nothing. What is for you, you will receive. And once you let go, I'm like, this is a nice house, but I can't get attached because I don't know if it's for me. My prayer now is, if it's for me, let me have it. If it's not, take it quick.
Absolutely.
And I just have to accept it. And so, yes.
That is what's up. See, I know I don't be tripping when I be saying stuff like that. You know, people be like, you let that go, and then you just started shining a little bit brighter. You absolutely right, I did. Because I let that go.
Yes.
It's not necessarily crazy, but that just goes to show, you know what I'm saying, how we sometimes block a lot of the things that's for us by not choosing us. And that put us in a lot of, you know what I'm saying, avoidable situations, man.
Ooh. Yeah, I got one on that, but we started reading Think and Grow Rich again, me and my board members, and the message that, if you've read it before, it's kind of like the law of averages. For every time you put yourself out there, whether you make a mistake or you win, you're met with an opportunity in the future. So like, no, every time you put yourself out there, whether it's like, hey girl, what's going on? I'll at you, or let me go do this pitch competition so I can get this money. Let me go interview for this job. No matter what happens, every time you put yourself out there, you're gonna receive a blessing. It's the law of averages, and it multiplies. The more you do, the more you get. And so it's like we can't fail. That's why that fear is not real. But we just fall into that gap sometimes, you know. Yeah.
It's funny that you said that fear is not real, because I had to tell it to one of my kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It was a download that I received while I was in the kitchen, and I think I was cooking for the kids, and it was like, your opponents always win because of control and fear. And so if you are on the receiving end of the fear that they give off, oh, you gotta get this shot, you know what I'm saying, following it into the system, then you already lost. But that's one thing that we need to really push out into the community, into the kids, into everybody, that fear is not real. Fear is something that's made up. And once you understand that fear is not real, you will have no fear whatsoever, and that you will give yourself a freedom that you have never experienced. Like, just because somebody quote unquote tell you this is bad gonna happen if you go this route, that don't necessarily mean that true shit. How you know? Did you walk that path down in the woods to go see, bitch, if you was gonna die or something? Don't do that. Don't try to.
And it might be bad from their eyes, but good for you. Like, I just broke up with my ex and everything, and everyone's like, oh, I'm like, look, I love her, but if it ain't for me, it ain't for me. So it looks good to everybody else, but you know, it doesn't. You don't always know what's hidden behind whatever
happens.
Whatever is there.
Right.
And he talked about like showing up and being who you are in the beginning. And I've just seen time after time after time where relationships are, I want to present myself in a certain way, and I want to be this person that person wants me to be. But then they're not in love with you.
Yeah.
So what are you really holding on to? This false reality that you've created for yourself. I'm not sure where that came from. I feel like it was related.
Look she said that false reality that you create for yourself. Let me tell y'all, that shit is real. That is real. And if you really on your journey and you really commit to doing the work, you will get to experience how real that is. Unfortunately, it's gonna have, you're gonna have to learn some lessons. But
fortunately, you gotta learn some lessons.
Right. Okay.
I'm so grateful for the lessons.
Okay, I'm receiving.
I don't want the heartache no more.
Absolutely.
I don't want to keep failing and falling. So yeah, teach me how to ride the bike.
It's not necessarily failing. I'm not gonna say it's failing. It's not about choosing.
Failure's not hard. Failure's not a bad thing. The more I tell people, fail fast, fail often, because you get used to failing, you ain't so afraid of it anymore.
Okay.
It's the same with fear. Some people, I don't think fear is real, but that feeling of, oh, I don't know what's gonna happen, that anxiety, that's real. But act in spite of that fear. That's what you got to dig into. Like, not avoiding it, or I'm gonna sit in, like you talked about, sitting in the bed. Like, a lot of people, oh, I'm watching TV just because I want to catch it. No, they're afraid.
Yeah.
They're afraid of, I don't know what, but they're avoiding stepping out into that next whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about you, but
I know you ain't talking about me. Because look here, I go to work. As ugly as it may be sometimes, I'm going to sit my ugly ass in that house, in that mirror, with this hair all over my head, no makeup, oversized pajamas, looking at myself like, bitch. Look here. You've been sitting here long enough. It's time. You either going to cry or you going to laugh. You're going to do something. But you're not about to sit in this energy no more. We got money to make. Get your ass up and get that bread, sleepy head. You know? You gotta motivate yourself. No matter how hard it may be. That was the message today. Create and motivate. And that came to me after I started getting into my creative energy motivating myself to get in my creative energy. Because lately I haven't been inspired to do anything other than the jobs that I have for myself where I have to be physical with my hands. So makeup, locks, and things like that. I haven't been making any products because I haven't been in that creative energy. So I was motivating myself to do what I needed to do, and I was listening to J. Cole. You know, J. Cole is a whole vibe. That KOD album, that's a message for somebody. So if you are into J. Cole, or if you're not, I suggest you go ahead and listen to that whole album because that energy has really been heavy. But yeah, motivate and create. You have to motivate yourself to create. We love to create. That's how we release our energy, by creating. No matter, you know what I'm saying, what it may be. When you mad, when you hurt, and you really focus on what it is that you focused on, and you want to go forward with whatever, the best thing that you can do is create. Use that energy, that mad, that anger, that frustration into creating something. Next thing you know, especially for the painters, you probably got you a Picasso or something on your hands. You know what I'm saying? Release that energy. There is no more codependencies. There's no more attachment. Like, we cannot attach to anything no more. So there's nothing that is going to help you outside of what you are destined to do. So if you're destined to be a podcaster, you're going to do that. If you're destined to be, you know what I'm saying, the next Grey's Anatomy star, that's what's going, like, you're only going to experience the things that are in total alignment of your path now. That was a word for somebody. I got to sip some water on that because, baby.
That's the thing about you talked about earlier. You got to show up, though, you know, and you got to be open. You talked about being open, and sometimes we have those blocks. Those blocks are those past experiences that, instead of looking at them and examining them and saying, okay, what can I learn from this? What's the highest possible outcome from this? We said, well, I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that. And the next thing you know, you got this wall up, and you can't even tell it's in front of you because, I don't know, there's a mirror or something, but maybe it's invisible bricks. But when things are trying to come your way, they can't. You got this wall in front of you, and you're blocking the love that's trying to be given to you. You're blocking, and you, like you said, sitting in your jammies at the house, doing everything except for what you're supposed to be doing, blaming everybody else.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes, and then you talked about never choosing yourself, and that's a part of that as well. And it's hard to hug yourself when you got this wall, this brick in front of you. You know.
I'm not gonna say that because some people connect first with touch. So if they just grab themselves like this and give your motherfucking self a big hug, like you can feel, like, hug yourself right now. You gonna feel the energy that you feel into yourself.
I'm saying they can't because that wall is up. They can't hug themselves. Is what I'm trying to say.
They gonna get it.
I hope so.
Because that's a beautiful thing.
Greatest love of all.
And to be able to stand in your power so strong that you're able to fuel yourself, like, bro, Nikita.
Yes. I feel you.
To be your own energy source. Do you know how major it is? Like, with that hug, y'all, I just shot energy through my body, and it felt so good. You gotta touch yourself, love yourself, especially for them strong ones that have the power to do everything themselves. You can't be of service if you can't service yourself. But Ramon, we're about to go to a commercial break, y'all. Again, we have to pay these bills, and we're gonna be right back with this healing session with us. We'll be back. We are back. I don't know why I'm playing so much today, y'all. I just feel really, really good. Like I said, releasing, period, and making that space, that new room in my heart and in my purse and in my life. I'm just so happy, and I'm happy for all of those that get to experience and have that same energy that I'm experiencing, because baby, it just make you wanna. I came into the studio today, and Jimmy, our production, has, you know, little Southside, little pokey on, you know what I'm saying? I had to get my little thug on one time. The celebration of myself, man. So, this strength and this making a decision, the hard decision, the last card, man. What advice can you give somebody that has never chosen themselves, that has always made a decision based on the opinions of what somebody else, you know what I'm saying, would say, or how they would feel, again, not themselves, and just never had the opportunity to be free? Because that's what a lot of us going through collectively is experience. We going through the rebirth. So it's now we done popped out the womb slide. We on this new foundation that was set for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, how could you help somebody with that haven't experienced
For
that?
one, watch the words you speak, right? We don't know how powerful we are as beings, especially when you're on your path. And we got to watch the words we speak and the way we say things. I've been doing a lot of like reprogramming, redirecting. I'm trying to be of service. So, I mean, when I tell you the randomest people have been stopping me,
Yes.
I'm just like, okay, I need this karma point. So go ahead. I'm not even going to interrupt. Girl, I feel you. But anyway, and then I gently say, well, like, let's talk about, I'm just so busy. I got this going on. I got that going on. And I'm like, you are feeling the blessing of abundance.
Yes.
Well, I didn't think of it that way. I'm like, yeah, I have the same issue. I got so many irons in the fire right now. I got so many places I got to be, so many phone calls. I'm like, you know how many people don't have that?
Right?
Yeah. Okay. Power of choice.
Yes.
The power of choice. I cannot complain one bit about my busy days when I look at other people who just don't have nothing going on for them.
Yeah.
So watch the words you use, and because they say your words are your action, your actions are your attitudes.
Absolutely.
Your attitudes are the way that you basically move throughout the world. There's a nicer way to say that. Yeah. Watch the words you keep, and what you focus on expands. So if you're focusing on the things you don't want, that's what you're gonna manifest.
Absolutely.
So you gotta focus on the things that you do want. And so I don't think about, oh, am I not gonna get this house? I'm like, what am I gonna put this up? Where am I gonna put that up? I already put in yes. I got walls going up over here. This gonna be where my gym's at. I'm like, you gotta focus on things you want.
Yes.
And at the same time, not attaching to them though. So I was like, okay, if this don't work, it's okay. I'll get another one. But if this one worked though, I got some plans, you know what I'm saying? I got some snippets, I got some screenshots of things that I'm wanting. Yeah, that's a big one, is watching your words and what you focus on.
As you was talking, planning. So writing down, releasing that way. That came to me while you were talking. You know what I'm saying?
We talked about journaling before, but when you Think and Grow Rich, that's one of the secrets of becoming rich, is you write down exactly what it is that you want and what you're willing to give in return, and you read it throughout the day. Keep it on you, like on a little note card or something. When you wake up, when you go to sleep, when you just got out the car, box of whatever, you just look over and over and over. What do I want exactly? And that's the thing a lot of people don't spend time with. I want to be successful. Well, what's that mean?
Right.
What does that look like for you?
What is success to you?
How long is it going to take you? How big is it? Because I know my little dream, I've done that. So my ancestors are saying, okay, that's great. Now bigger.
Yeah,
keep going. What else you got going? I'm like, okay, well, we're going to go pick up the keys. And they're like, okay, good. Now what? Bigger.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You know what? I received, let me put both hands up like we in church. I received that.
Yes.
Shall we go with the bigger word for 2021 because 2020.
Hold on, 2020. We are not done yet.
Hold on, I wasn't
my bad.
finished. Yes.
My bad.
2020, the year of clarity and preparation, because we were prepared to what? Receive, y'all. Mm-hmm. You have to prepare to receive. You can manifest, you can write, you can journal, speak, journaling, impact journal. I haven't got it yet, but that's one of the items that's on my list to get to show you guys about the power of healing yourself, manifestation, and all that stuff with journaling. So as soon as I get my journal, I'm going to share it with you guys. A great team got together and put that journal together. Mm-hmm. That's my little marketing for them.
What's the company name?
Oh my goodness. All I know is Impact. That's all I can remember right now. Like I said, when I get it, I'm going to share it and put the information to make it available.
You get an affiliation link so you can
get
some of them.
I mean, that was random. It just came from my heart because we're talking about
We're talking about coins. And y'all need to give her some coins because she's about to get y'all some coins. I mean, everybody break bread and share.
Oh, you know what? The people that I am associated with, those types of things don't have to be said. You know, because what's understood don't have to be explained.
I got you. She ain't got to say it, so I'm saying it. Break bread. What I said.
Look, okay. We all got it. But man.
Some more advice on, help me remember. You don't remember either.
I don't remember myself.
The rebirth. Choosing yourself.
Yes.
You had said it earlier. I tell my clients, I'm a licensed professional counselor. We didn't talk about that. But I tell my clients that let's look at it as an experiment. So you don't have so much invested in if it goes right or if it goes wrong. I mean, I'm a scientist, I'm an engineer, so okay, let's do the scientific method, if you will. I have a hypothesis. I just met this person. I don't know if they're good. I don't know if they're bad. I will make an assumption they are good, right? Let me test it out. Let me take them on a date. Let me talk to them on the phone. Let me not call them for a day or two and see how they react, okay? And the silence, the no's are what you really learn from, not the yeses, right?
Yeah.
So let me test a little bit, not play games, but let me just be real. Let me be me. It's an experiment. Does it work? Does it not? Once you find out, you have your conclusion, repeat. Okay, well, maybe I need to twerk this a little bit. Maybe I need to twerk that a little bit and do things differently. That's what I've been doing with dating. I was like, okay, let me be upfront about I don't want sex. Well, they don't like that. They don't like that. You can be that. You just can't say that, you know? Let me not be upfront about it. Let me do this. Let me try some different things out.
That is definitely something that I will be upfront about because a lot of times that's what people only want.
But that'll come out without me having to say that. Like you said, what has been said, it doesn't need to be said.
You're right.
If that's all they talk about, I already know what it is. I don't have to tell them.
You're right. But sometimes it be different blessings wrapped in the same package. So you have to get over one thing in order to get to the other, if that makes sense. Okay. I've had that experience. And I kind of don't like those because they always come wrapped in these sexy pack. Let me stop. I ain't playing. They always come in these, right?
Just tall.
No, doggone well, you cannot touch that. But y'all gonna put this in front of me and I can't touch that? No, you can't touch that because if you do, you gonna ruin what's waiting for you.
Oh yeah.
So have you had
how many years to learn that one, baby? Woo! Don't tell my mama that.
Tell my mama. Man, look here. Them type of tests right there. That's why it's just best to be you 100%.
Oh yeah.
And energy do not lie. If somebody rock with you, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna feel their energy regardless, and you're gonna be able to tell what they really there for, what they really want. Like if you really step into who you are, you can catch all the bullshit at the door. What that means? Say,
for sure.
I was waiting on you at the door. Okay, you can catch all of that, and you can eliminate the unfortunate experiences that you would experience if you just.
And the funny part is, if you upfront, you might meet the person that's like, you know what? I've been thinking about that same thing. And that comes down to polyamory, loving more than one person, wanting to be with more than one person. That comes down to, well, you know, sometimes I like to wear a dress and sometimes I like to wear a bow tie. Me too. Like, we can share clothes. I don't know. But, like, there's so many different things. Like, I like to go out. I don't like to go out. Whatever it is, just be upfront. Like, let them choose. Just like you want them to be upfront, you let them choose. You know?
Absolutely.
when we were talking about that just now, experimenting, you had said earlier, you know what it feels like to choose others.
Yeah.
So let's experiment. What does it feel like to choose me? It can be
Absolutely.
scary. It can be scary when you're so used to serving and you're so used to putting energy out. Like I'm a huntress, right? So I like to go get mine. But I'm learning, okay, this next one's got to be a little aggressive. So I got to sit back and get hunted. I got to be out there, though, so they can find me. But I'm looking forward to somebody meeting my energy. And I can be so aggressive myself. Like, I have to allow that. And I keep saying this is the year, my 36th year, where I'm learning the test of patience.
Yes.
And people have been testing me everywhere and I went to buy my dog a leash. I said, hey, excuse me, do you work here? What do you want? Oh! I'll start laughing. I said, never mind.
Right.
I'm about to come for this. Little stuff like that. Little stuff. I'm like, are you gonna allow this to disturb your peace? Because it really don't matter. You about to leave. I have to talk to myself. I'm learning patience. I'm like, it's not worth it. It's not worth my blood pressure going up and me. All right. And then she answered my question without me asking. Because I was...
Right. And it's so funny you even brought that up because I just had this experience myself. First of all, I have not been putting that energy to where I wanted to choke a bitch. It's so long, y'all. Oof. So when I had this experience with this client that didn't like her reflection in the mirror when she was looking at me, and she was throwing out this negative energy, girl. And my hand started shaking because I'm so used to choking a bitch, like literally. I'm laughing, but it's nothing for me to just like, bitch, get on. And I was so ready to do that. I'm like, why the fuck did I get put in that type of energy? Like right now, then I realized, okay, I've been suppressing some anger, and I haven't been releasing that energy in no way. Like I haven't been working. I ain't been doing
letting
nothing.
it loose. Huh? Just pent up inside. You gotta let it loose.
I know.
He's talking about putting that plastic cover on the.
Shut up! Oh my god! While we laughing,
it's like, hey. Jimmy Jam.
That is funny, but I got something set up, and you really right.
It's important.
Yes, it is.
And believe it or not, that's in Think and Grow Rich too. It talks about the law of sexual transmutation.
Yeah.
And it's not going out messing with anybody. It's harnessing that power and that energy and turning it into something.
Absolutely.
And not just
wasting it. It's an energy exchange.
Yes.
And anytime I got to exchange energy, it's all about the money.
Yeah.
Money manifestation, y'all, with sex magic. But that's another topic for another time, because y'all not ready for that. Man, look here. This ending of the cycle for all of us should really expose to you guys how much you have grown. Okay? As you look back and as you reflect on your journey, look at it from a different perspective. Perspective is everything. But a lot of y'all have overcome, have grown through, have literally walked through fire to get to this level of yourself, to this version of yourself where you are 100% free. That means your mouth is free, your brain is free, your heart is free, your soul is free, your whole entire existence, you're you. Okay? And that's amazing because you have people that walk around here every day that do not leave the house without putting a mask on, y'all. And when I say mask, I'm not talking about the mask that's got y'all the corona mask that's making y'all lightheaded because y'all wear these motherfuckers. I was in a damn bank talking with the mask. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna cut this conversation short because I'm getting lightheaded talking in this damn mask. Like I do not like going places where I have to wear a mask.
Dioxide.
But look here, people wear a mask every day because they are afraid to be them. And one thing that I noticed through this little experience that we are experiencing right now collectively is that your freedom pisses off a lot of imprisoned people
Mm-hmm.
that have the key to let themselves out,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't.
Mm-hmm. And they want to sap all your energy.
That part.
Let me get some
Did
of
you
yours.
say something earlier about taking something out on the wrong people, or was that in my mind?
I think you said something about we are harnessing other people's energy right now, and that's
Mhm.
why we're so drained, and we need to let that shit go.
Yeah, man, I had something. You know what? It must not be meant for me to say it right now, cause I'm telling y'all, it sure slipped my mind, but it was pertaining to this, man. We have to. Y'all doing an amazing job. If nobody told y'all today, or this week, or this month, you are doing an amazing job. Okay, pat yourself on the back. This keep coming up. Y'all need to clean y'all mirrors. Clean your mirror. Get you some Florida water. Clean your mirror off first, cause you know you got your toothpaste stains on there. You know what I'm saying?
All the
y'all just
dirt,
brush your teeth and
feces
go.
and
So
dirt.
look, clean that mirror off. Get you some Florida water. You can find that at our little red one shop. You know, I work there Fridays and Saturdays. Come in. You can go there any day.
Yes.
All of the staff is amazing,
It's
and they
amazing.
have no problem helping you guys with
sure.
whatever it is that you need. And y'all clean that mirror off and look at yourself, examine yourself, see yourself, not just you brushing your teeth or you putting on your makeup and you checking out your waves. Like really look at yourself. Mirrors are portals, okay, and you can really connect to all the portals within yourself by looking in the mirror and allowing every version of you to shine and speak for themselves and let them get off and release whatever it is that they need to release, because a lot of the times the shit that we be holding on to or what we be feeling is their trauma. And you know, for the ones that's doing the ancestral lineage healing, you know what? This message is for y'all. So y'all need to do that mirror work and channel them ancestors so they can come through to y'all through that mirror and give you the keys to your healing. So connecting with your team right now is what it's all about. Connecting with your team so that you can move forward over this little speed bump that you're experiencing. Another thing that I'm getting is different deities have been reaching out to people. One energy real heavy is Papa Legba. His energy has been real strong. And if you never had an experience with Papa Legba, you know, you can put something down. Let's say, you know, you put this pen right here. You leave out the room and you come back, the damn pen say 5 minutes. You be like, nah, ain't nobody up in here, right? It's just me? Okay. I know doggone well I put this pen right here.
Yeah.
There's nobody in this house but me. Man, you know where you put it, and it just come up missing in a day or two or a couple of hours, a couple of minutes, maybe even a couple of seconds. That pen gonna show right back up in the same spot that you just looked like 30 times. You know what I'm saying? And it will just appear. So pay attention. I'm about to say be assertive. Whoever needs to be assertive, be assertive. But look, if you've been experiencing those little things like that, that's Papa Leg, but he is, you know, a trickster. But he's like daddy. He will clear the way for baby girl or baby boy who, you know what I'm saying, answers the call to him. It's a partnership. So when these things reaching out to you, won't you do some research on it and see, okay, why are y'all calling to me? What is it that you guys need? You know what I'm saying? What you trying to teach me so that I can level up? Because that's all it is. Your team connecting with you, you know what I'm saying, on a different level. You say you want to grow, sometimes you're going to have partnerships with deities. You know, we work together. We are all on the same page. But we work together and we are a service to none. We cannot be controlled by none of that. But if you're not really on your shit, you ain't gonna know. And I'm not here to dip into all of that. Okay? But yeah, just pay
Also
attention
see
to stuff
along
like
the way
that.
what the journey, what the lesson is, because I know that's telling me I need to slow down and I'm not top of mind. Because I lost my keys today, my whole keys, all the keys. I think it was Papa Legba that might have taken them, but I still have to sit back and say, okay, what's the lesson I can learn from this? Because I'm moving fast. And Ancestor told me do 3 different people this week. Need to slow down. We appreciate your energy. Oh, you too? Yeah.
You got about 2 or 3 times this week. And then you ain't. You better listen.
They told me slow down. And so I had to sit back, woosah. Or, am I not paying attention? Am I not doing something? I don't know. But sometimes there's also a lesson there too.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
You're absolutely right. But you can definitely feel the energy when it is a lesson and when it's time for your growth, your initiation, time for you to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the energy wasn't that bad. It wasn't that heavy. You know what you think?
Yeah, it was good.
It was good.
It was good. I think it was our perspective. We just turned it around into what it was supposed to be. We know we had to learn something from it, and we had to pass it on.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Hopefully,
Oh, I wanted to tell y'all, she was talking earlier about all the things we have to do in order to be successful, in order to get to the next level, level up. I like the song, level up.
Oh,
level
Lord.
up.
I like that too.
Ooh, that song got me. Oh, anyway. But this is a journey, not a destination. You never arrive if you're doing it right. And so don't feel all this pressure, anxiety, stress. Oh, I gotta do this. If I'm gonna be successful, I gotta let go. I gotta let go of my trauma.
Okay.
You do, but not today, not tomorrow. You can make that choice anytime. Sometimes you'll slip up. Be kind to yourself. It's okay. It's okay if you mess up a little bit, because that's something you're supposed to learn. All that is you learn a way it doesn't work. It's not something to beat yourself up about. You learned a way that didn't work. You learned a person that wasn't right for you. You learned a job that wasn't right for you. You learned a car you weren't supposed to have. Whatever it is.
Yes.
It's a lesson. It's not something to beat yourself up over. And this is a journey. Until the day you transition to the next, this is a journey. And you just keep on going. Okay, what are we supposed to learn from that? And my nephew, is there a lesson in everything? I hope so. Why you want to bump your knee and not learn something from? You got the big old bruise or whatever. Okay, we'll learn something from it.
Right.
I love every last one of my scars. It took me a long time to learn to love them, but I learned every last one of my. That's why I got a tattoo. I said, this is a scar I wanted. All
right, y'all. We hope you enjoyed Time with Tara this week.
For
We're
sure.
here with the lovely Nikita Bowen
Yes.
and your host, Shatara Nicole. We'll catch y'all here next Thursday. Peace.